with anticipation to hit the button. Here we are, week 3 recap, week 4 of this here.
Week 4 of the NFL season.
So I went through my notes, and so I have the week total, and then I have the actual total. I'm exactly at 500 right now. I'm 24-24 in my picks for the year. Where are you at?
I don't know my overall. I have not done that. I'll do that. Well, last year I did it at the very end of the season.
That's true.
I haven't done a week to week.
We have the math now. I was 7-9 this week.
I was 6-11. Wait, does that make sense? Is that math?
No, that doesn't. 6-10?
Yeah, 6-10. Sorry.
So I was 6-10 last week, and then this week I had higher hopes, and we were texting each other at one point. Yeah. I was 1-8, and I think you were 1-8 too.
Yeah, it was. It's been a weird season. It's been a weird start to the year. Even the guys I listen to, the Patriots Unfiltered, every year they do picks on Thursdays.
Yeah.
They always do picks, and they're all always, at least head-to-head, they're over 500. The spread, obviously, is more difficult.
Right.
And they're all, like, terrible.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And we were getting, I think after the first week, I was getting cocky on our behalf, saying that, we pretty much come ahead every week, and then the last 2 weeks we're under 500.
I was pretty impressed week 1 how we did pretty well. And so, but the 49ers are 1-2. The Ravens are 1-2.
Yeah.
The Bengals are 0-3. There's some weird records out there.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
The Cowboys. Did you say the Cowboys?
I did not, but they are also 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah.
And they're playing tonight. I'll get that pick out of the way. I am picking Dallas.
Me too.
But I would love to see the Giants beat them, though.
Sure. It's tough when you pick the team you want to lose.
Yeah.
Although I have Dak in fantasy, so I hope he does well. I probably should have switched him out for my backup, your boy, Jayden.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He would have done you well this week.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. I'm giving him another week just to make sure it works,
Just to make sure he sucks.
Yeah.
Or Jaden's really good.
I mean, Dak had a great week last week, but it was all garbage time points. We'll get to it.
Yeah. So this doesn't get warm. Should we start off with this here?
Yeah.
Beer of the week?
Yep. This is one I read about online. When I was looking up athletic ideas, and someone in the comments on Reddit recommended this Sierra Nevada non-alcoholic Trail Pass
That's
IPA.
pretty good.
It is really good.
That's pretty good. You did not undersell this at all. Wow.
It is really good.
Now, I feel like I've heard this, but
Sierra Nevada is like a local, well, not local as in Rhode Island, but they're like a local brewery, independent brewery, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, down in North Carolina. So they're like a craft beer, like maybe like Sam's. I don't know, because Sam Adams is technically like a craft brewery.
Right.
They're independent, I guess. Mm-hmm. But this is really good. I was pleasantly surprised.
That is pretty good, though. Not gonna lie, dude. The non-alcoholic game,
it blows my mind every time I have a new one.
It's come such a long way. Now they do the IPAs, and they taste like
that's what this is.
Real beers.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow.
They taste like real beers without the buzz and without the the dry drunkenness the next day or two.
Yeah,
I like it. So shout out Sierra Nevada. Try that out. Yep. Where did you find that one at? Near you?
Yeah, the same place I go for all. It's just like, I told myself, if it happens to be there, I'll get it. And it was. Well, hell yeah. It was like one. I think it was only one. But I got this, and I got I think I grabbed another athletic with it, but I don't remember which one. I grabbed the hazy. Yeah, I grabbed the hazy one that we had last week.
The Free Wave?
Yeah.
Or the hazy IPA? That was the hazy one.
Hazy.
The
other IPA.
The yellow one.
Yeah. The pinkish.
Oh,
we had it last week, didn't we?
The orange one, the Free Wave. I have that one too.
Maybe
I have a couple
Free Wave.
ones.
I forget. I don't know. I grabbed one of those. It's good.
Solid though.
Yeah. This one really good. Really good.
This is pretty good, man. I'm telling you, like if you're thinking about jumping off that train, the A train, and you're gonna switch to the NA train, trust me, there's some good ones out there.
There really is. I'm trying to think. I don't even know if there's one I've had besides like we have had like the Bushes of the world.
Well, Bush is Bush. In a pinch, I'll drink a bush nut.
There's a Coors one that we haven't tried.
They have one? I didn't know that.
I believe they do. I believe it's newer.
Damn.
But I saw a commercial for it. Not a commercial. I saw it online. I'm like, we have to have that.
I will check the local store for next week and see what they have. But anyway, that's your beer of the week, Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
NA. All right. I don't do one for this, right? No.
Which one's this?
Just going into the storylines of last week.
I
don't think I ever did. Do you want to start off with your beloved Patriots getting
Thursday Night Football?
Thursday Night Football getting smacked.
Well, thankfully, it was Celtics Media Day this week. That's why I wear my Celtics hat. They kick off in about a month. They're about to start training camp.
Yeah.
October 22nd is the banner night.
So what are you doing that day?
Sneaker night. Wear my sneakers. All we're going to do is dance.
You know what?
We're watching.
You know what's funny is recently I've been saying, I need to go jean shopping. I was like, I got to see what Dave Maurice is available.
I also need to go jean shopping. I think I have one pair remaining.
Let's book it.
I'm wearing them. Let's book it. Let's book a jean sneaker night. We'll go shopping for a nice good pair of jeans. Let's do it.
So Aaron Rodgers did not look
like
he was on the verge of retirement.
No.
He didn't look washed. No. Honestly, he looked like he was settling into that offense pretty well.
Yeah, he was scrambling around. He was moving pretty well. We didn't really have anyone keep him contained. Now that Bentley's hurt, our middle linebacker, we're in trouble.
So now the defense is in trouble, along with the offense because you guys are hurting bad.
Yeah, even Jonathan Jones was on the injury report this last week, and so was Gonzo. So it's not looking good for our heroes. The offense continues to be terrible. I think we're on like our third left tackle now.
Yikes.
I mean, you guys, but here's the thing too, is like you guys came into the season as like we were the 31st ranked worst offensive line. You guys were like 32nd or 30th.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are doing fine. You're getting the ball out in 2.5 seconds.
I mean, they got certain guys like Biotish, as a center, veteran center.
There's a rookie that came in this last game, the right tackle, wasn't he? Or he came in late.
Yeah, Coleman.
Yeah, Caden Wallace was playing. Caden Wallace was playing left tackle for us. He played right tackle at Penn State. He's a rookie. I mean, I don't know what people are expecting, but they came into this season. I don't know what the plan was at line was to just fucking wing it. And it has not been going well. Even David Andrews didn't have a good game. I mean, and they have a good front, the Jets. So it just wasn't good.
At one point, like midway through the fourth quarter, they had like 93 total yards.
I was asleep by then.
Yeah, and I know. I texted you. I was like, dude, like what? Because it was like 90-something, and then Jacoby got sacked. And I was like, now it's like 93.
I think we had like 32 yards passing in the first half. Or was that last week? I don't know. This is bad. And like
could have been this week.
And it's like it's a standard West Coast offense with like some of the Shanahan stuff mixed in. But we don't have time for the plays to develop down the field.
No.
And also, Jacoby's not looking down the field. He's just not doing anything. And then Stevenson couldn't do anything, and he fumbled it, and he got 0.3 points. Oh, man.
Oh, he screwed me this week.
Oof.
He screwed me in fantasy. I got 5.5 points from him. He screwed me. But the other thing is, they're protecting Drake, so he's the backup, which I get. He's the backup. He's going to play garbage minutes, potentially. But if you're protecting him because he's the rookie and you're getting your ass kicked, why put him in and risk him getting hurt in garbage time?
That's the funny thing, because they always say the whole thing is, let Jacoby take all the bullets, and then he'll come in later. But you put him in anyway, and he got sacked twice.
You put him in, and he could have gotten injured in a game that was a fucking loss. That's why you put him in. Yeah. But if you're protecting him, leave Jacoby in.
Yeah, and thinking back, Thursday Night Football, short week, not a great team. Us, not a veteran team. It just on the road. The fans were hyped up. It was really Aaron Rodgers. He had the home game last year for 3 plays.
Yeah.
So it was really his first full home game. So I get it. They came more prepared than we did. So that sucked. He's just not good.
He was utilizing the weapons. I didn't think he had like great weapons, but he was kind of spreading that ball around pretty well. He seemed comfortable in that offense.
Yeah, Garrett is good. Bryce is good. Bryce Hall. They have line issues too, but they went out and signed a left tackle in the offseason,
right?
Which is something that we did not do. And we just have It's not good.
What's your confidence level right now going into? I mean, we're only 3 weeks in, but what's your confidence level? Like from 1 to 10?
I mean, if they can get into like just winning, like how
Just
much feel like
competitive.
well, over under to start the season was 4.5. I still
Okay.
feel like they could push their way over that.
Yeah.
Because even like the Seahawks game was winnable. They could have had that.
They should have. Yeah, they could have had that.
They could have had that one. That would have been perfect. Excuse me, 2-0, getting your butt kicked into it. It's Thursday Night Football. It's you see it. Look at this, 3-0.
I know. Dallas is already down.
Excuse me.
It's also a division game too, so
true.
that's going to be tough. Yeah,
on the road, short week, yada yada yada. You could have thrown that one away, but 2-1 would have sounded a lot better than the 1-2. But whatever. I have confidence that they'll hit over the 4.5, especially if Drake comes in. Well, also, I guess it really depends on the offensive line. Maybe not.
Yeah,
I'm not picking them this week.
Even with an injury-riddled 49ers squad?
Oh, yeah, they're going on the road across the country. I think the 49ers will still take care of business.
I wonder what the spread is on that one.
It's like 10
is that going to be your money pick against your own team?
No.
How dare you?
No, it's like
You're
10,
gross.
It's like 10. I think it's like 10.5. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
But my confidence, and I wasn't expecting, it wasn't like I was expecting a playoff run this season. I just wanted them to be competitive, and they were not competitive in that game.
But they were competitive the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I guess if you chalk this one up.
Yeah. I just want to be entertained at this point.
Yeah.
I really don't want to watch Jacoby anymore. I was saying this last year, like, I don't want to just watch Mac Jones anymore. I don't want to watch Jacoby anymore. I was also asleep by like mid-third quarter.
I wonder why.
Yeah. It was our only primetime game of the year outside of our Sunday Night Football game.
Yeah.
Preseason. So no more of those, which is pretty sweet. So
it's probably a benefit to keep Drake on the bench, but also if you're going to do that to protect him, don't put him in garbage minutes.
yeah, garbage minutes is silly.
To me, that was just so stupid to do.
Yeah, unless they think like, oh, he's gonna have play against prevent defense, and he'll just start throwing around. People are like, whoa.
I guess, but again, anything can happen.
Right? Yeah, put in Milton at that point.
You might as well if you're going to protect him. But
Yeah.
anyway, that was Thursday Night Football. Moving on to Sunday, and I just told Morris that I watched. When I say little to no, I mean like I watched nothing because I wasn't home all day. So I saw the scores. I kind of saw a little bit. I didn't see many highlights. I watched your game. I watched my game, and that was it this week. So moving on to the 1:00 games. The Giants with a win over the Browns. This was the first loss of many losses this week. I'm giving up all hope in Cleveland. They should have just kept Flacco.
Yes, I was. So as I was looking over the schedule for week 4, leading up to this, so I could be quasi prepared. And I'm like, okay, it's starting to coalesce now. Like it's starting to make sense around some of these teams. And the Browns are just like, really? You're right. They should have just clipped Flacco at this point.
0-2 at home, 21-15 off of a Giants team that, doesn't look hot.
Yep.
Daniel Jones is, he looked better against us. He actually had a pretty decent game stat-wise. I don't know what, how he looked in the game.
And, as I'm looking at my picks, I'm like, why did I pick some? I don't know.
Revisionist history here.
Yeah.
It's like,
what was I thinking? But some things are solidifying, so I'm happy about that. Browns, Giants, still, Titans. We'll get to it.
But you know how we said before, when there was only 16 games in the season, the first 2 weeks are like,
Yeah.
It's almost now because there's an extra game. The first 3 weeks are like,
Right.
Like you really don't know yet.
Yeah.
Like I have more faith in the 0-3 Bengals than I do another team that may be 2-0.
Sure.
Or 2-1 rather.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe not 3-0 at this point, but
and now with like training, and we talked about it a little bit last week, but these first 4 weeks or first month is just like extended. You hear people say it all the time, like it's just extended preseason.
right.
But the offensive lines are bad across the board. A lot of these games are really just bad football games. They're just not enjoyable to watch.
And I think some of it too, it seems to be the quarterback play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know Brady said that last year where it's like, I don't know if he said just quarterbacks or he said the talent around the league is down.
Yeah.
But you kind of see it. I mean, the dominant teams are, and even the teams that are good or should be good aren't.
Yep.
So Anywho. Packers over the Titans. I picked the Titans because they were at home. I have zero faith in William Levi Jeans IV and the Tennessee Titans.
I thought he would put up, knowing that Malik was coming back, the player that they traded away to go, for him, I thought he would put up more of a fight. He did not.
No.
So I guess that's not even a thing. I mean, it was a revenge game for Malik.
Right.
But good for him.
Hey, good for him. I think they said Jordan Love might be back next week.
Yep.
Not 100% sure. But, I mean, because they lost that first week, didn't they? Malik's 2-0.
Yeah, because they lost to the Eagles on Friday Night Football.
Friday Night Football in Brazil. Yeah. Stupid. Yeah. So Malik comes in, gets you a couple wins. So if you're Jordan Love, you're coming back, and you're like, oh, shit, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take those wins.
I mean, that's all you can ask for a backup is, just keep head above water. Try to finish 500 at least. Right. So good for him. He did his job. He did his job, and he beat the team that traded him away. He's still not a starting quarterback in this league, but he did the job of a backup.
They were a team coming into this year without Vrabel, and I don't know what pieces they really added. DeAndre?
They added Calvin Ridley.
Past his prime. What did they really what did they add?
They lost Derrick Henry. Who's the running back they added? Was it
Pollard?
Yeah.
They got Pollard. They got not guys you can build around. They're plug in kind of pieces.
Yep.
They're screwed. They're also screwed at quarterback. I'm sorry. William Levi Jeans IV.
Yeah.
Had two of
toast. He's toast.
Ugliest fucking picks ever.
1 week after the other, he's toast. He sucks. You're just getting shipped out, bro.
You're getting shipped out.
Get Malik back.
We're going jean shopping.
Speaking of toast.
Really? Okay. This is interesting. So, Colts over the Bears, 21-16. Again, I picked the Bears. I said that this would be Caleb's coming out party. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, but his stat line was pretty good.
It was good.
However, I maintain this.
Yep.
If you see a stat line where a quarterback throws it over 40 times, chances are that team lost.
Yeah.
If they won, it's close.
Yep.
It's not like a shutout game. Perfect example. 52 throws, 363 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they lost.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything from this game. I'm reading stat lines here. Mm-hmm. Where you at with this? Because you're ready to throw Caleb to the
no, it's not even
curb.
Not Caleb. I'm ready to throw to the curb. I think I am ready to throw Anthony Richardson.
Okay, all right.
I think he's bad. I have not been on his train.
Yes,
I've been on the hater train for a bit, but now I'm officially ready to throw my hat in the ring and just say he sucks.
I have him on fantasy, and I thought about him today too because they were talking about how last year Stroud outperformed Bryce Young.
Yep.
Jayden so far is kind of outperforming Caleb, and they made a big thing about that. And then I was thinking about Richardson. I was like, he's kind of the guy who's just because he got hurt last year. He's kind of just like floating under the radar. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about him either, though.
I remember in the draft last year when people were saying how I leaned on Reddit a little bit because I feel like there is some pretty intelligent conversation there. You get to wad through the bullshit and not, usually the upvoted stuff is pretty reasonable. And there were a lot of Florida fans in there who were just like, this dude cannot hit a crossing route. This is like, I've watched this guy for X amount of years and he just can't, he has no accuracy.
Yeah.
So I'm not, Caleb, I don't know. I don't know about Caleb. He's only 3 games into his career. I guess you could say the same thing about Anthony Richardson, but I feel like Caleb has more tools and Richardson just throws it, I guess, really far. And he actually has a run game. Chicago, who's their running back? They got rid of what's his name? Swift. So
no, Swift.
They got Swift.
They got Swift. Okay. Yeah,
another one of those guys. You just plug them in and good luck.
Right.
Womp womp.
I'll be honest. I really don't love the Caleb hate because they're doing a lot of things now after Monday night's game where they're saying, "Oh, Jayden was the pick all along," and I don't. He's 3. I mean, he's 3 games in.
Yeah.
Like people forget that because he was the solidified number 1, he's still a fucking rookie.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, again, he had to throw the ball 52 times, 363 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yeah. I don't know how bad he looked, but let him progress. Stop shitting on him. Like all these fucking pundits are ready to say, "Oh, Caleb's a bust and Jayden's better." Like I hope Jayden is good, but I also hope Caleb's good because it's good for the league. especially the Bears doing well.
Yeah, and Jayden should be better. What is he, like 25, 24, 25? He played like 5 years of college. He should be better earlier.
Yeah, he's probably like 23, 24, right? 24 maybe?
I think 24.
But they did say that there was some people that said that he was the most pro ready coming out. And that's fine. And I think that that's good, and we'll get into that game. But the Caleb hate.
Yeah, you're right, 23.
3 weeks in is... So what, Caleb did 2 years at USC?
2 years at USC, and then Oklahoma, 1 year Oklahoma.
He started at Oklahoma, and then he went to USC?
I think he followed the coach with him to USC. I forget his name.
Right, so he had 1 year. His freshman year was at Oklahoma, you're saying, and then he did 2 years at USC.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
I mean, I will say that the USC quarterbacks.
That is fair. That's a good point. So Jayden Daniels, just to get into it really quick, he started at Arizona State.
Yeah.
And went to LSU, and he played. Oh, here we go. Here's what I'm looking for. Yeah, he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 5 years of college experience as a starter. Like, that's a lot.
Right.
And then Caleb Williams. Let's find out real quick. As you said, he started at Oklahoma. Where's your page? There it is. Sorry, this is taking me. No, that's not what I want.
It looks like the Cowgirls are about to
neat.
about to score.
Well, as long as it's a throw from DeCaniel. And then he played 1 year at Oklahoma and 2 years at USC. So 3 years as a college starter. So a little more experience on Jayden's side, and I think age too, because Caleb is only 22.
He's got a year on him, but he's got more experience. I'll take it. But again, everybody calm down. I know it's just like a clickbait type of thing with ESPN and Caleb's struggling. They're 1 and 2, and I don't want to hear that shit. He's fucking 3 weeks in. Stop it.
It's worse than ever. I don't know if you saw it today, but ESPN just cut ties with Zach Lowe, who's like their ESPN guy. He's like their best ESPN reporter.
Yeah,
and because they're just doubling down on the hot takes. That's all it is.
Listen, there's only one show to watch for hot takes, and it's the MOJO.
That's right.
Show. Okay?
So our takes are
reasonable.
Yeah, they're lukewarm.
They could be lukewarm, but then they could be we
have a segment just for hot takes specifically, which are usually pretty good.
They're pretty spot on. They're not this I just don't like when the media is trashing these young guys who come in with all this pressure. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's 3 weeks in to the season.
I feel like it's just fun to beat up on the number 1 overall pick, which is it's not a lie. But
yeah,
let's slow down.
Let's slow it down. I don't know this kid personally, but like slow it down.
Yeah,
give him time. He's got weapons. I'm sure he'll be fine.
He'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean he threw over for over 300 yards, which I don't think a Bears quarterback has done since like the Vietnam War. So we'll be fine.
Speaking of great quarterbacks, your boy. Ever since you called him.
Dumbled.
Sam Dumbled.
I think I called him dumb on the program last year as well.
At 3-0, kicked the dog shit out of the Houston Texans. So this was another loss for, I think, both of us, I'm assuming. Darnold had 4 touchdowns. 34-7 at home. 3-0.
Yeah, that because I refuse to give Darnold any credit whatsoever. That Vikings defense is pretty good. I mean, they caught.
He had 4 touchdowns. You have to give him some credit.
No credit.
Such a hater, dude.
They caught Brock Purdy on a live mic. It was a touchdown. Did we miss it, or was it a field goal? Whatever.
I don't know. Who knows?
I saw that touchdown.
Yeah, they.
Here we go.
Zachary Pretzels in the shotgun.
Is it a pass? Nice. Go to Caniel. Yeah, Dak. They threw the flag and they picked it up. That's weird. Anywho, dumb. He's dumb. Sam Darnold.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns, 3-0.
49ers quarterback was talking to Flores on hot mic, and he's like, "You guys had some crazy schemes." So Brian Flores has drawn up some good stuff. This is the week before when they played the 49ers, but man, I'm not giving him any credit whatsoever. He also was on the injury report. His left knee is hurt.
Oh, no.
I don't know if he's out, but it's wonky.
Who's their backup?
They're the backup, JJ. Well, JJ, I don't know who the other backup is.
The backup.
Case Keenum. Did he retire?
I don't know. He did a commercial. He's doing like a.
Oh, that's right. I saw that backup. Yeah, making fun of the fact that he's a backup quarterback.
Yeah, it's good on him. I guess in college he was a beast. Sometimes it doesn't translate. He was one of the 10 or so quarterbacks
He played for you guys, right?
Yeah, to throw a catch to.
I saw. Yes, that's why I knew that. 'Cause I just saw that during the game. That was actually the game of the week, so I'm very excited to hear about that game.
What a time! I just want to see who they are.
I have to talk about that game too.
Okay, I can't wait. Let me see. Oh, Nick Mullins. Which we have another one of our favorite players from last year. Is going to come up in conversation, and you know who it is.
I do. Oh boy,
you're gonna know who it is.
All right.
Next game, I got nothing from this one. 15-12, the Eagles over the Saints.
I did watch the end of this. I actually messed up in fantasy because I kept the Eagles in as my defense. I was like, oh shit, they're playing the Saints, who just put 40 points on the board 2 weeks in a row, whatever it was. And then this game happened. I was like, what the hell? So again, another weird one. It's like the Saints are like, oh, blowing people out, and then all of a sudden, 12 points.
Yep. Barkley, Saquon, 17 for 147, 2 touchdowns. If they can get their shit together, and I hope they don't, if they can get their shit together, Saquon is the missing piece. But I also have no faith after last week with Sirianni and the bullshit that he pulled.
Yeah, I feel like Goddard had a huge game. I feel like, Sirianni's just going to blow it.
And they're just going to move on, and they're still going to do well. They'll find a new coach. It's like, I don't know how they keep striking gold. It's like the 49ers. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goddard had 10 catches for 170 yards.
Yeah, the Eagles have always just been, like, good to decent. I can't remember any season they had like a bad, like I guess maybe the end of McNabb's era there where they're like 7-9 or something, but they've always just been good.
They must have been bad in 2020 because we won the division at 7-9.
Oh, that's fair.
So they must have been bad that year. Everybody must have been bad.
They all went 7-9 probably.
Yep. The Steelers over the Chargers, another loss, 20-10. The Steelers are 3-0 after we both picked them to miss the playoffs.
Not happy about this. Now I will say, I should have checked. Now I'm glad that this is on a Thursday, our new time, new channel, because didn't realize, my fault, that Herbert was on the injury report with like a high ankle sprain. Probably would have not decided to make that my money pick if I had known that ahead of time. It's okay. Don't make excuses. This is a no excuse show.
That's it.
But that's my excuse.
That's no excuses, but here it is. I don't know. They're 3-0. If I'm the Steelers, I am not even entertaining Russ until Fields shits his pants, and I don't think you're 3-0 at this point.
Yeah.
Why not ride the hot hand?
Yeah. And
let this again. There's more upside to letting Fields start. He's in a contract year. See if he's worth it.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now that Danger Russ is just not worth it.
No, absolutely not.
One thing I don't like, not just him, but like the short quarterbacks, and now he's short and old.
He's short and old.
Younger than us, but still old.
Is he old? He's younger than us?
He's probably like 34, 35, right?
I'd say about 35.
He's so old.
He's old as shit.
Old as dirt.
Well, my Joker pick the first 2 weeks, it should have been my Joker pick for week 3. The Tampa Bakers got smoked by Denver, 26-7. I don't know what happened. Did they just not show up today?
I have no idea.
What happened?
I have no idea what happened. Like you text me about this one. I was like, oh, haha, he must be doing really well. I looked at the score. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Early it was 14-0. All right, so I did catch some of this game because I was at Buffalo Wild Wings before.
Ooh.
And I saw some of this game, and I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
What is happening? So Bo Nix still doesn't have a touchdown through 3 weeks. I don't know how that's possible. Is that possible? Yeah, he still doesn't have a touchdown.
I think, wait, did Caleb 3 touchdowns? Yeah, so.
Yeah, 2. Bo Nix does not have a touchdown. But they won a game.
I know, what's his name? Yeah, because one of the touchdowns was to McLaughlin, the backup, because he's on my bench on fantasy. Yeah. And he got a touchdown, but yeah, I mean, Bo Nix still sucks. Let's not get it twisted. Nothing is.
So far, you have shit on Sam Darnold.
I think Caleb. I'm okay with Caleb and your boy. I know Bo Nix.
Bo Nix,
not great.
And Russ. You're good with the rookies because right now there's no pressure on.
I mean, Bo Nix is a rookie.
Yeah, I know. You're okay with You're okay with Caleb
Oh,
and
whoa.
Jayden because they're not coming anywhere close to the king.
Go back and watch. Go back and watch our live draft show, and I talked quite a bit about Bo Nix. He's a check down merchant, I think is what the kids are calling him these days.
Well, so was Jayden in the first couple of weeks because Mastermind Cliff, was trying to baby him into like, hey, let's get you some easy wins, and then we can extend.
It is insane that he did not have a 50-yard throw his entire college career.
Who's that, Jayden?
Yeah. Did you like? So I wasn't sure when you were watching the game, but could you hear the broadcast?
Yeah,
because they mentioned that's the only reason I know that.
Oh yeah. I didn't.
I don't because that throw to Terry that I texted, I was like, "This is the best throw I've ever seen in my life." I think it was gorgeous.
Yeah,
maybe.
So anyway,
so Baconator baconated all over themselves. I don't know what happened there.
Baconators.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Sometimes I don't. And because the patrons didn't play Sunday, we use that as some extra time. What did we even do on Sunday? What did we do?
I don't know. You were paying attention to at least the Cowgirls game because...
Yeah, I was watching the end of it. I have no idea what we did on Sunday. I have no memory.
Well, because New England didn't play.
Right,
so
we're like, oh.
What were you doing?
What were we doing? Did we go to the farmer's market? I think we went to the farmer's market. But like, I was early. What we did at 1 o'clock when the games actually came on, I don't know. Braden does know that Sunday is like the football day. Like football's on the TV on Sunday.
Right.
He's not watching Fireman Sam. He's not watching.
What is that? That sounds awful, by the way.
It's literally just Paw Patrol, but it's a man and he's a firefighter. I guess technically Paw Patrol stole from that because this came out in like the 80s. This is the fireman. This is the fireman. People call him. I knew it was an old show because they had a fax machine. So it came out like the early 80s. I'm sorry, late 80s. Yeah. That's his new thing. He wants to be a fireman when he grows up. Big into firefighting right now. Huge into firefighting. Anywho, but I remember putting the game on, but I don't remember what we did.
Well, apparently you didn't watch that game.
No, I didn't. No, this one I did not watch any of. Even last year, I remember saying over and over again, I never watched the Buccaneers games. I think the Thursday night game was the first one I watched of them.
Yeah. Well, the Baconators bricked it. And speaking of hot and juicy redheads, yeah. Andy Dalton starting a quarterback for the Panthers.
Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket. Dude, that's so embarrassing for the Raiders. And again, now it kind of highlights maybe how bad Bryce Young is. I know he's going into his second year, but Andy fucking Dalton, dude. If you told me he retired 5 years ago, I'd believe you. And he threw for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. To who? I have no fucking clue.
Yeah. I know. I struggle with this because Andy Dalton is a 10-year plus vet. He should be okay, but he shouldn't be leading a team. Joe Flacco can come in, do those spot starts. He's going to run out of gas. Yeah. Andy Dalton's the same way. And Andy Dalton, even when he was at his prime, ran out of gas. I don't think he's ever won a playoff game.
I mean, some people only won one.
One, yeah. They get paid $500 million. So I am not too surprised that Andy Dalton came in and slung it. You think he did the same thing last year too in spot starts.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for Bryce Young. This dude's never gonna.
If I
were him, I'd feel like an asshole.
If I was the Panthers at this point, you gave up on the kid. You might as well get rid of him. You might as well trade him. You're gonna have probably a top pick anyway.
Yeah.
They're
not gonna have a second round pick, but they will have their first round pick.
Right. So why not? Yeah. Why not try? I don't know. I don't see the upside. I forgot they do have Deontay Johnson, but they did lose. Right. They lost Thielen.
Oh, they did. That's a bummer.
So I don't know how long he's out for, but Thielen's out.
Yeah.
So Raiders got a win over the Ravens a couple weeks ago.
Raiders suck. How did they win? What are the Ravens doing here?
I don't know.
Raiders suck.
If I'm the Raiders or if I'm a Raiders fan, I got to be pretty fucking aggravated with what they've done with the quarterback the last few seasons. You went in on Jimmy.
Oh, yep.
And then Jimmy fucking
what was their plan? What was their plan at quarterback? Oh, well, I think they got screwed by the Penix pick. I'm pretty sure they wanted one of those quarterbacks. And when Penix went at 9,
that's what happened.
The run happened and they just got screwed.
And they got Bauer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that would have been their play, and they probably could have and should have went with Penix.
Daniel Jones just threw an interception. Sorry. Yes, I agree.
He sucks.
I agree.
Because the two most ready quarterbacks coming out were Penix and Jayden.
Yeah. Yeah, because Penix is also older. Yeah, he's actually, I think, 25. Yeah.
But even that, I mean, 25 in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, sure.
He could play till he's
well, that's
40.
That's what made the Falcons pick even more awkward, is that if he hypothetically went for his full 4 or 5 years, he'd be like pushing 30 as a rookie. But
so
the Browns did draft, what was his name? Wayne Heineke, something. He was like 29-year-old quarterback.
Winky?
Winky. Yeah, he's 29.
I thought he got drafted by Carolina.
Who am I thinking of? The Browns did draft
Chris Winky.
They did draft a 29-year-old rookie quarterback.
The Browns?
Yeah.
When?
Mid-2000s, 2010s. Hold
on. Derek Anderson?
Brandon Weeden.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I forgot about him.
Yep.
He bounced around a little bit.
Yeah,
didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he was in the Titans. He was in the Texans. He's now 40 years old, and he was drafted as a 29-year-old rookie quarterback.
Damn.
He went to the oh, yeah, that's right. He played for the Cowboys. 2012. What were they thinking?
Again, if you're gonna
round one,
he went round 1 at 29.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, because here's the other thing though. I can appreciate your succession plan, kind of like what the Packers did when they got Rodgers, and also when they got Jordan Love. You have a succession plan, what's going to happen, but you got a kid that's a little bit younger. Penix should be starting right now, and he's riding the fucking bench behind Kirk.
Oh, yeah. Captain Kirk.
To me, it's just, that was so
silly.
ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I guess that probably was their plan in the draft to get a quarterback, and they got screwed by Atlanta.
Yep.
So,
Moving
on. The dead in the water.
Oh, yeah. They're toast.
Miami Dolphins of Florida.
They're toast. They've actually scored less points than the Patriots have, believe it or not.
So going into this week, and I think maybe this was counting this because I was looking at them on Monday night. The teams who scored the least amount of points through 3 weeks. 3 weeks?
Yep.
Jacksonville,
Mm-hmm.
Miami.
They're
Florida. Fucked.
They're just enjoying that weather too much.
They are fucked because the backup, was it Thompson? Skylar Thompson. He got hurt. Don't know if he's playing this week.
Yeah.
And guess who had to come in garbage time? Tim motherfucking Boyle.
Oh. The guy that went from the
Jets. We played it like
Eastern Connecticut or Eastern Kentucky or something like that, or Eastern Connecticut, like football factory, Eastern Kentucky. Like we're like, how did this? We looked at his college numbers. Like, how did this asshole make it to the freaking National Football League?
And now he might start this week, and I forget who they're playing, but so it got to the point where I had to take Tyreek. I benched Tyreek because he gave me nothing the last 2 weeks, and I had to put Neighbors back in for fantasy.
I took Tyreek second overall, and it breaks my heart.
Well, you got to figure if Tua was on IR, so that's 4 weeks at least, which it should be. Honestly, he should be off for like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah,
but I 1 and 2, that whole thing where I picked them to win the division, one injury.
I told you,
one injury just fucks it all up.
I mean, I didn't think the Bills would be this good. We haven't got to them yet, but good on them. Yeah, and Seahawks 3-0, good for them and their rookie head coach.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say about them.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're 3-0.
I hate them. Mad at them. Should have beat them. We should have beat them. Should have beat them.
I think this was I did. The Seahawks might have been my first win of the week. Second win of the week, counting the Jets. A third win of the week almost slipped away when the Ravens were up 20. I think they were up 28-6. Yeah, and then Dallas was making a comeback in the fourth quarter. I was shitting my jocks.
Yeah, I would have been furious if that happened. I was like, "There's no way the Ravens are going to start 0-3."
No.
And Dak, I loved it, fantasy-wise, because he was just racking up the garbage time points. Yep. Racking them up.
Look how many times he threw it, though.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
If your quarterback's throwing over 40 times,
I would love to
look at a win.
I would love someone who knows this stuff, like what's the record of quarterbacks when they throw over 50 times?
Over 50 is probably really bad. I'd say 40 40 is probably mostly losses.
Yep.
Or very close.
I never want
wins.
to see my quarterback throw it more than 35 times.
No,
that's my limit.
No, because that means you're getting desperate.
Yeah,
and you're playing from behind.
It's like a pitch count.
Yeah,
too much. Much.
I don't like it. But anyway, Dallas is 1-2. They're up 7-3 right now against the Giants.
Fun fact: I took the under in this game. It was
Did you?
It was 45 points. That felt high to me for a Thursday night game. So far, so good.
Yeah, I think Dallas is going to win.
Yeah,
they might not put up points though.
I don't think they're going to score 45 combined.
Now, what was it with the Ravens game? Did you watch any of it? Did they just take their foot off the gas, and that's why Dallas was coming back?
Even at the end, they just had to run it 3. Yeah, they ran it 3 times. They made them use their timeouts, and they stopped Derrick Henry, who had a huge game in the last possession. But I think the Ravens are just kind of like they're just chill. They're just chilling.
25 carries, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And I think when they scored that last touchdown to make it 28-25, I think there was like 10 seconds left. So even if they got the onside kick, it would have been a miracle.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. But I was really, because even then I was like, oh my God, no, Dak, you suck at fantasy. And then he just blew up because of all the garbage time. I was loving it. It was just extended garbage time. Don't get it twisted. That game was.
It was gone.
Oh yeah.
And the wild, weird world of the NFL continues when the fucking Rams beat the Niners 27-24.
Yeah, those division games, man. Juwan Jennings. Never heard of that guy before. Well, I mean, I've heard of him, but I don't think he's ever had more than 5 catches in his career in a game, and he blew up because of all the injuries.
Yeah.
But the Rams pulled it out, and the 49ers were up in this game by like 10, I think.
Yeah.
Late in the game.
They were up by at least 7.
Yeah. And Matt Stafford all over them.
But they have no Cooper Kupp. They got no Puka Nacua.
Nope.
And they still knocked off the 49ers.
Tutu Atwell had a good game. He was like their wide receiver that stepped up in their stead.
They are riddled with injuries.
Yeah, it's bad.
Riddled.
Yep. And I keep forgetting they don't have what's his name retired. The lineman, the edge rusher from the Rams.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know who the backup is for Mr. Purdy?
Nope.
Our boy Dobbs.
I was actually going to ask you earlier where Dobbs landed.
Yeah. I don't know why I was looking that up of who their backup was on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, shit. My boy Dobbs. So he's still got a job.
It's a good spot for him.
I like it.
We said it last year, I think, on this program, that he kind of like set himself up for life getting that backup job.
Absolutely.
A couple million.
I would feel comfortable with him on like a 1 week or 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, with that much talent, for sure.
And he's smart as shit. Where did he go to school? Wasn't he like studying to be an engineer?
I have no idea.
I might have made that up.
You could say anywhere, and I believe you.
He went to Harvard.
Wow.
Like Harvard Law.
Like Fitz tragic.
I don't know. I think he was studying to be an engineer, or he is an engineer.
I believe it.
If not, I just gave him the biggest clue.
Could have went anywhere. What was Boris College?
Boris
from Boy Meets World. That's a deep cut right there.
Oh man, that's great. Boris College. God, I forgot about that. Well, the Lions finally caught a win.
Yep,
20-13. If I say finally, they're 2-1. I think was it last week that they lost? I think it was.
Yeah. The Cardinals have the top 5 offense, but not in this game. The Lions were weird because they barely squeaked. They squeaked it out against the. This is why the NFL this year has been so weird. The Lions squeaked it out against the Rams, and then they both lost. The Rams lost by like 31, and it's like, oh, they're both not that great, and then they both won. So I was like, okay, thanks, assholes.
And on the road against Arizona was putting up some points and
13 points.
But I did pick the Lions, so
yeah,
and they caught a win. The Chiefs 22-17 over the Falcons. I saw nothing. You sent me a screenshot. I heard about the play. I didn't see the play.
They did it again. That's all I'm saying. That's all I can say. It happened again. It happened again.
But they were I mean, they were up, right? So what happened? It was at the end,
Yeah, there was more. It wasn't like the last play of the game or anything. There was still a few minutes left. But it was like 4 minutes left, maybe. And that play happened. It was the same exact play that happened to the Chiefs the week before, but the Chiefs got the flag, and this one they didn't throw the flag. It should have been at the 1, and I think it was they went for it on 4th, didn't get it, and that was pretty much the ball game. The Chiefs this year are reminding me of the Eagles last year, where they're squeaking out all these wins, 1-score wins.
Yeah, we said it last year.
Yeah, Travis Kelce not looking great. Looking a little Tubbs, if I'm being completely honest.
I know. He's got a podcast now.
I know.
I think he's dating somebody.
He might be dating.
He has a girlfriend.
He looks happier than ever. They say that you add 10 pounds when you're happy with your relationship, I guess.
So I lost 20.
He's definitely looking at what's happening. He's looking beyond football, in my opinion.
He's not hungry anymore. Well, he's hungry, but he's not hungry for football anymore.
Yeah, he's got 3 rings now. What does he care? And Mahomes, honestly, has not looked that great. He just hasn't. And they also lost their starting running back, but he hasn't really put up that. You look back his last 10 games.
Right.
That's not been great, statistically.
No, but even last year was like they looked not dead in the water, but they looked like they were hurting.
Yeah.
And then you see the way the rest of the league is. There's not really much. I mean, of the elite teams that you can think of, even last year, it's very few. I mean, I know it's very few teams that you would say maybe the Niners, the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens, maybe Philly before they fell off, that's it.
If the Bills and Chiefs played next week, I'd pick the Bills because they look like Josh Allen looks like the best quarterback in the league right now. He's my MVP through 3 weeks. So.
Well, we might as well just jump right into that game.
Was that one next? Yeah. I mean, that was oh boy.
I'm just gonna say this, right? Because it's only 3 weeks in. They're 3-0. Only 3 weeks in. But I will say, I was skeptical because they lost Diggs and they lost Davis, right? And I said, I don't know what they added to be successful. Mm-hmm. And I had people, my cousin said it, they're going to be good. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like they lost some shit.
Is Diggs an addition by subtraction kind of thing?
And I guess because of his attitude, maybe. But I was just thinking his productivity. I know he's older, but still, you lose him and Davis. I'm like, how did they get better?
Yeah.
And through 3 weeks, they look like they're. If Josh Allen stays healthy,
I think the key thing, and I forgot too, is about James Cook. They have a legit running game now, which they never really had before.
Right.
And that has always been my knock on them is they need a running game, and they might have one now. So Josh Allen doesn't have to do everything.
Right.
And the Jaguars are just continuing from last year.
I think it's 8 in a row now. Is it? I think that's 8 in a row because
they were
Jaguars.
9-3 at one point. I remember that, and then they missed the playoffs. I think they won one more, and then
I know. I feel like they lost their last. How do I look at? How do I go back to last year? Oh, I can just do this. Oh. ESPN, you make things so easy.
Oh, CeeDee Lamb got a touchdown
on your website,
and then he got a flag for
what, taunting?
Yeah. But now that makes it a 50-yard extra point, which is
hilarious.
Diva.
He's turning into a diva.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not true. 2023. That's not true. So they didn't lose. They won in week 17. So they lost 4 in a row. They lost 5 out of 6. But that's not it's a bad stretch.
Yeah,
don't
now
get me
they've
wrong,
lost
but
3 in a row, so it's 10 out of 11 or something.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's bad. My hot take for the Jaguars is that Bill Belichick will be their head coach next year.
I don't see. You know what sucks is because of the way the quarterback play is in the league, especially now, they had to pay Lawrence because they're in a spot where they have to pay him.
Yep.
He hadn't proved much.
Right.
Stat-wise.
He was the best of the 5, and none of them were very good.
And now look he's the only one starting, and look at what's happened. They're 0-3. I don't see how he was worth the money. I know they were in a pickle, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I was reading this past week that the contract as it is structured is it's easier to manipulate. So like the NFL cap is crap, so whatever. I'm sure they'll figure. If they need to, they can figure a way out of it. And someone would trade for him in a heartbeat. I feel like people still like I could fix him.
Well, people are calling Carolina for Bryce Young.
Yeah, right.
And no knock on him, but he hasn't shown anything yet.
Yeah, he's seeing ghosts back there, Mr. Lawrence. So not sure what happened. Get a haircut.
Get a haircut.
Yeah, hairs in your eyes.
Get a haircut.
You look like a surfer dude. Get out of here.
That's another quarterback.
Let's get out.
It's nice to hear you like Josh Allen, though.
Yeah, I've come around to Josh Allen. He helped me win my fantasy football world championship.
Oh, as long as everything benefits you.
As long as they do it for me. As long as they do something beneficial to me.
Then you're okay with them.
Then I'm more than okay with them.
Okay.
But that was a good season. That was a good season. I needed that one.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But yeah, I don't hate him. Because I also like it because that's what I hope that Drake May aspires to be, like that football player.
Also, your boy, the king, loves him. Josh Allen.
Who loves him?
The king. Tommy Terrific.
Does he?
Yeah.
He's done all the.
He loves Josh Allen.
He's done all the Cowboys games so far. Well, I wonder what game he's doing Sunday.
I haven't heard him yet, but I haven't heard good things.
I've only heard. I don't really listen to the. I keep it pretty quiet. I don't really hear them that much.
Oh, really?
He's been. I haven't really noticed much of anything, to be completely honest with you.
You don't even know what you did Sunday.
That is fair. I know I listened to him because I saw the end of the Cowboys game. But I still don't know what I did on Sunday. I'm still trying to think, and I can't remember.
Okay.
The kids were there somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well,
I think maybe we went for a walk. I don't know. I should text Jessica.
You should ask her because it's kind of scary that you don't know. And on that note, while you wait for that, would you like to partake in a athletic?
Oh no, I'm good. I still got a little bit left.
Okay, sure.
Trying to find out what I did on Sunday for everyone that's worried. My memory is going. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we went to the. She just put a question mark. Jessica, I'm asking you what I did on Sunday, Jessica. I know we're not live. But Jessica, I need to know what we did on Sunday.
Does she listen even when we're not live? Does she go back and listen?
She better. She better. Thank you. Yes. Cut that. That was good. That was good.
What's our timestamp?
What? That. Yeah.
52.
I listened to hers when she did her mom cast.
Right. And it's all about mom. You're not a mom. You can never be a mom.
I know. I can't. Yeah, right? And I listened I'm not even a mom. And I listened to that.
Well, she would listen when we were live. Eventually, we'll try to go live again, but technical difficulties.
Yep.
But yeah, you should listen. Also, if she has a YouTube, she should subscribe to our channel.
She has a Gmail, so she should have a YouTube.
Yeah, just hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications and all that jazz.
I will. I'll. Yes, and she commutes. Like, there's no excuse.
No excuse.
You shouldn't be listening to the show. I mean, Laura doesn't listen. I don't get into that. I don't know if Cheese is listening. I don't know if Greg is listening.
Cheese doesn't listen.
Son of a.
I don't know why. Maybe sometimes you're too close. I noticed that too. Like sometimes when people are too close, they don't really like. If it was somebody else they didn't know, they would probably listen. But because they know us, sometimes
I listen to his podcast.
That's fair. My cousin listens every week.
He does. He's number one fan.
He listens every week.
Love him, even during NASCAR season, playoff season.
I know, which is crazy. You know what though? Even so, last year when we started, I felt like I paid attention to the rest of the league more when it wasn't just Washington.
Yep.
And even him, like he came over, he watched the Monday night game because NASCAR was on a Saturday night race instead of Sunday. But he won't really get into it until NASCAR's over, which is mid-November. Yeah. But he's watching. Now he's picking up on things, and he's texting me while racing's still going on. He knows what's going on. So there are supporters out there, which we appreciate.
And we appreciate all of you. We're going to get these numbers up.
Do you have what you did on Sunday before I go into this last game?
I didn't do anything. That's why I don't remember it, because I didn't do anything. Because Braden, he stayed over his meme's house for sleepover on Saturday, so we just like cleaned the house. So that's why I don't remember.
Okay, well you cleaned the house. You did something. You weren't just like.
we just had to hang out with Ella. I forgot what it was like to just have a baby.
What was that movie where? Oh, Click. Remember when they would watch it back? Have you seen Click? With Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
When he's just like on autopilot. He's like, you're there, you're having conversations. You're not the life of the party. That's how you were on Sunday.
Yeah, pretty much. Just like cleaning. I thought we went somewhere, but I guess that's right. Braden wasn't even there. That's probably so confusing. Because it was just like.
That's why you didn't watch Tommy Fire Truck, whatever the hell it was.
Freaking Fireman Sam.
Fireman Sam.
It's not great. Not great.
What do you prefer on the kids show? Like, do you have a preference of like, oh, if they watch this, I don't hate it as much as the rest of them?
Whatever.
SpongeBob, that SpongeBob age yet?
No, he will not be watching. SpongeBob is not good for the little ones. It's not good. I would not show him SpongeBob.
But they don't really even know what's going on anyway.
No, but
it's well, especially with
great.
Patrick, it's kind of like I still think it's hilarious. But.
Oh yeah, those early episodes can't be beat. They're so good. I don't know. I don't really care.
I feel like Bluey is not.
People love Bluey.
Bluey's not the worst compared to like.
It has funny jokes like that adults can get.
Maybe because
kids don't get.
That's true, and it's also like the Australian accent. Maybe it eases people into it.
Yeah. People are big fans of that one. They're fine. They're all the same. They're all the same. Yeah. Fireman Sam is literally just Paw Patrol because, like, in Paw Patrol, there's. I'm sorry to get off a tangent here, but Paw Patrol, they have.
It's our show. We can do it.
That's true. That's a good point. There's something happens, and then they call the Paw Patrol to help, and the Paw Patrol comes. It's a firefighter dog. There's a police dog. There's a water dog. There's a helicopter dog. Yeah. Fireman Sam, the exact same thing happens. Oh, there's an emergency. Call Fireman Sam. Fireman Sam comes, except he's all the dogs. He's in the helicopter. He's in a fire truck. He's in a fucking ATV. Like the main kid on Paw Patrol is all the same. They're all the same.
Are they into the Paw Patrol?
Braden is not as into the show anymore, but he still loves the characters.
Yeah.
And Ella loves them just because she like sees them in his room. Like, oh, his toy box is Paw Patrol. She's like, ah,
yeah.
ah.
That's gonna be like $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
Like
the same guy who invented Paw Patrol created Bob the Builder. That guy is just full of
ideas.
Man, yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. His whole entire room is.
I don't like the YouTube ones.
We don't let him watch YouTube.
The Rachel,
Miss Rachel,
and then the Blippi.
We don't let him watch Blippi.
And then there's another.
We just don't like Blippi. We're just not big fans of him. I don't like those weird people. Like, oh, I'm silly.
Yeah,
hey kids, I'm a silly old man. I was like 45. I don't like that.
And that's how Blippi is. And Miss Rachel is.
I get what she's trying to do.
Apparently, I mean,
well, because like when you are teaching like words, you have to follow them. Like they follow them out. So like, it's just like it's so dramatic.
I know it's like it's cringy as you get older. I guess.
But playing a character like oh look at me.
Yeah, there was an episode that Cheese made us watch. So every year for the tree decorating party, he throws on like a kid's thing, and it's usually Blippi. And his favorite one was when he took the ketchup and mustard and went all over the car with it.
Yeah, and we watched it last year. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
we're not fans of. We just don't watch Blippi. He's like found his way. He found like the cartoon version. I'm like, I guess this isn't that bad. But don't like those. Just don't like the old men in costumes. I can do without that.
No, I mean, where's like the Steves from Blue's Clues?
Yeah, he did. He was into Blue's Clues a little bit. The new guy,
but he wasn't like a creep. He was just like
he's just a dude.
Yeah, it was just a dude. It was a little.
He decided to like quit or retire because he thought he was getting too old, and he was like balding. He didn't like it. That's funny. He comes in from time to time now. Yeah,
he's gonna be at Comic-Con.
Oh, nice. Now he wears a hat. He usually wears a hat all the time.
Does he? Oh, so he still shows up?
He's like a special guest sometimes. He's like the cousin of the guy, Josh. I think his name's Josh.
Wow.
Yeah, we haven't watched that one in a while though. But yeah, he's big into Fireman Sam.
It's really confusing that at some point you learn that Blue from Blue's Clues is a girl.
Yep.
And also Bluey is also a girl.
and then
the orange one is also a girl.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. Very confusing for my brain. All right, the game of the week. After we did a segment on kids television.
If you're looking for a good one,
I
do not recommend Fireman Sam.
I don't recommend fucking any of them.
I could go on for a long time with it. I'm not going to though. There's another one on Netflix. We'll talk about it later.
Oh God! All right, that'll be
little fucking cats.
Oh,
Hilarious.
no.
Although it helped him learn what a desert was. He goes, which way is the desert? He's just in his question phase, like, which direction is the desert? I'm like, well, the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west, so it's probably that way somewhere. I was like, okay. Oh, man.
God.
Oh, boy.
All right, so
Game of the week.
transitioning to the game of the week.
This was the game of the week. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was nice to, how you said even like last year and this year, like you just want to see them be competitive. I haven't had that in so long, to the point where when you have a quarterback that goes out there and you feel confident, and the kid's a rookie. He's only started 2 games going into this week. But when he's there, to have a quarterback that you feel confident can score, can move the ball. Because if you look back at when they played the Giants, they didn't score. They didn't score any touchdowns, just 7 field goals. They were in the red zone 5 times.
Yeah.
They didn't punt in that game. There was no turnovers. So that was the thing. They didn't punt or turn the ball over in 2 games. It was just the defense. I'll tell you something about defense. Defense was like shit. But I will say the offense, to be able to have the confidence to have somebody out there to move the ball, see the offense move and score, I haven't had that.
Yeah.
This is nice. This is a nice feeling, at least for a week.
And on the road, and even when you guys went to the playoffs a couple of years ago, it was you were 7-9. So it's not like you're blowing up the charts,
Right?
Right. And he had some awesome throws. You had even what's his name running for that long touchdown.
Eckler, yeah, he had concussion. That sucks.
But it was just a good game all the way back. And like this game, they should have lost. They're on the road. The Bengals were like the Ravens. They were 0-2. Their backs were against the wall. Yeah, they had to win this game, and they did. They didn't. They blew it.
And everybody from like NFL.com picked the Bengals to win that game.
Yeah,
I did not.
I think I did.
You might have.
Probably.
I think you probably did. That was the safe bet, especially with their backs against the wall. He overthrew Terry once in the beginning, I think. Mm-hmm. And then when he finally connected on a deep ball to Terry that he caught like inside the 10 or the 5.
That 50-yard pass was like...
It was phenomenal because now it was like he overthrew him in week 1.
Yep.
They kept talking about, Terry's not involved. He only had 39 yards coming into the week. But Cliff is trying to baby him into like, here, get some quick wins, throw to your tight end, throw to the check down, blah, blah, blah. And then you see him like light it up.
Mm-hmm. And
fantastic.
That touchdown to Terry was another dime.
Stood in the pocket, saw the pressure coming, and he knew he was going to take a hit. Stood there and threw it up.
Yep.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch.
Beautiful. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
That defense.
Not great.
I don't see any... And I'd have to see what they're actually paying. But when you're paying guys like Jonathan Allen, who's been there a long time and has been good, and Daron Payne, they're paying them pretty big money.
They did say it's like a very expensive offensive, like front line, like the front 7 or whatever it is. Yeah.
And I'm not seeing where that D line is doing anything. And every time there's a sack, it's neither one of those 2 guys. And their run defense is fucking terrible, right up the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing it. There's guys that I like Wagner, but he's on a 1-year deal. Mm-hmm. Frankie Louvu I like. Their secondary is fucked. And I honestly, if I'm them with the production that you're getting and what you're paying for Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen, don't be surprised if they move on from them, either at the trade deadline or after this season. They may keep them for this season. I can see them moving on.
Who was the cornerback that took 15? Was it 15 overall last year? Was it Witherspoon?
Emmanuel Forbes.
Okay.
He's been out the last 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Yes. Okay. I was looking for him because I know they picked him right before we picked Gonzalez, so I was curious how he was doing, but that makes sense.
And they said that Gonzalez would have been the sure bet, and they didn't. Yep. And he had thumb surgery. He's another one. I don't think he sticks around after this year either.
Oh, interesting. Gonzalez has been good. He got burned. He gave up a touchdown in Thursday Night Football, but I think he tried to jump it because they needed something. So I think he tried to make a play and he did not work out. But he's been doing pretty well. Yeah, it was a great game. I don't know if this might bring us into the fantasy corner because so I was in this game. I was up by not a lot, maybe like 20 or so, and I was playing Eckler. I had Eckler, and I was playing against Chase in this game.
Yep.
And also Dalton Kincaid in the Bills game.
Yep.
And I won I sent you the screenshot, by 0.06 points, which is literally like 6 yards.
Yeah.
So 6 yard difference the entire weekend. That last drive, if Chase caught one pass that was 2 yards, I would have lost.
Yeah.
And I was just crapping my pants. And it just never happened. I was like, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe he never went his way. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even like a screen pass, I would have lost. Or unless he lost a yard, then I would have been okay. But I couldn't believe it.
I know. I'm trying to remember that last drive of what happened, why he didn't get the ball. I had the Bengals defense, and who else did I have in that game? I had Ertz. I lost by like 1.3 to Cheese.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you sent me that too.
And I looked at it after the game.
I'm looking at that right now.
I was like, oh, shit, it was actually pretty close. Because I assumed with the Bengals defense, I wasn't going to put up many points, and Ertz didn't. He did okay. Yeah, I was like, I will take that Redskins win and a fantasy loss every fucking day. Even though it was close. So, like, I will take that every day of the week.
Yep. I have CeeDee Lamb going in this game. He already has a touchdown. Let's see what we got here. I must have won last week. Yeah, I'm 3-0 in Cheese's league. So, I'm feeling pretty good about that one.
I'm 2-1, lost by a little over a point. I have to play MVP Laura, who is on a tear. She's also 3-0.
She has scored like 300 points.
I know. I don't know what she did there.
I've never seen that many points before.
It was ridiculous. But she scored that many points like every week.
Yeah.
And I think what happened this week was Tyreek got me nothing. Stevenson fucked me because the first 2 weeks he did really good.
Yeah, and I have in my money league, he scored Thursday Night Football point. It's not great when you exit one player on Thursday Night Football who scored 0.3 points.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah, you're kind of fucked. And I honestly, if I switched out Reek for Neighbors, I would have won because Reek only gave me 7 points. Neighbors had like 30. Yeah. So I did swap them out this week, but I'm semi screwed there because I got to play her, and right now it looks even, but that means nothing going into the week. And also Mel joined the league. Did you see that?
No.
Somebody was on the league that Cheese mentioned. He's like, I don't know if he's paying attention because he started McCaffrey and
that was he played against him because I forgot about Love.
Yeah. So it was McCaffrey and like
there was someone else in
Conklin or something. Yeah. But they hadn't played all year, and he never took him out of the lineup. So she's like, I'm just going to move on. And then I had asked her one night, and she's like, I'll do it. So I just messaged her and was like, hey, she'll do it. So she's in there. She's 0-3. Her team looks like shit.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take over. Yeah, that happens a lot of times in like dynasty leagues when you have those, like every year you have the same team every year, but you just draft rookies every year.
Yeah.
But a lot of times someone will leave the league, and you're going to take over their team, and it's like usually a shit team.
Yeah,
you're gonna rebuild.
She's trying to make some moves. Her team looks like shit. I think she's playing Jess this week. Actually,
it also sucks too. It's like I'm assuming that auto draft took CMC number 1 overall, and he hasn't played at all.
Right, he hasn't played at all. He's not gonna play till week 6.
Yep, allegedly.
So anyway,
we'll see.
That's your fantasy corner.
Nice.
Do you have a hot take? And if your hot take is, I don't watch the show.
Yeah, she's going to be in big trouble. The Patriots offense is going to be trash until we get May in. AVP is in over his head, our offensive coordinator.
Is he a first-time coordinator?
He is. He called plays one time, and that was the Browns-Steelers playoff game from a couple years ago because Stefanski had COVID. Stefanski, is that right?
Yes.
And they did really well. They did really well. That was the last time Baker baked for the Browns.
Yeah.
And but he might be on over his head. Well, I think what he's trying to do, AVP, is not going to work with Jacoby. I don't even know if it's going to work with Drake, honestly.
Yeah. Well, what's the scheme that they're trying to?
It's a West Coast offense.
And everybody's doing the same shit.
It's like the Shanahan. Yeah, there was some
Shanahan
stuff sprinkled in there. I forget where Stefanski came from, but yeah.
So the hot take really is when Drake comes in, the offense is going to turn around.
Yeah, I mean, she said that kind of. That was one of her hot takes week 1. She never published it. I think I said it week 2, but she did say if he plays, they're going to make it the playoffs. So, but that time is running out.
That is a hot take.
Time is running out.
That's a scorcher of
Yeah,
a hot take.
I like that one a little better. So I'm gonna clean that up, and I'm gonna ask her when I get home. It's like, do you listen to the show? You better answer.
Yeah, not just the live. You got to listen to the show.
Yeah,
listen to it back.
Listen to it twice.
Honestly, you should, because now we're doing a Thursday. You know, sometimes we go on different days.
Yep. But I think we're pretty set here now.
We're pretty set until Washington plays on a Thursday night, and then there's also Halloween coming up.
Is that a Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
We can do Wednesday if you can do it.
I can probably do Wednesday. Yeah.
I just can't have it. Like if New England was playing on a Thursday night, we would move it.
Well, good news.
Well, you're not. I know, but what I'm saying is like
I'm just saying they suck so bad they're not going to get a prize.
I just can't. I can't spot check Washington.
What did we do last year?
I need to watch Washington.
We must have recorded a different day for last year.
We did Mondays the whole time.
Did Washington ever play in a Monday Night Football game?
No.
Really?
I think they played a Thursday night against the Bears and got smoked.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have one. But I do think that there's in November, not on Thanksgiving. There's also Thanksgiving we have to move. we're playing the Eagles. So we're either recording probably on a Wednesday or a Thursday, but we're going to stick to Thursdays because we get Thursday night football.
Yep.
So you listen to it on a Friday. After the Thursday night, get prepared for your picks for the week.
Yep.
Going into the weekend, so you know what's going on.
Yep.
So that's your hot take. That's her scorching hot take.
Nice.
About the playoffs anyway.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Week 4 picks.
Week 4 of the NFL season. No buys still. Let me get my
what week is that kick in? 6?
I think it might be next. I think it's next week, actually. I think it's 5. So let me take my notes. Let me move my microphone. This is going to get legit. Sorry. All right. Week 4 picks. I'm just going to do win-loss again because it was I couldn't keep track of all the other stuff.
I know. It was hard to write, and I thought it would be fun, and I never went back and looked. So.
I might say it, but I'm not typing it out.
Yeah, that's good. Let's say it and not actually pay attention to it.
If someone wants to go back and tell us we're correct on every single pick, then that's fine. We can do that. We got 3rd and 4th here on Thursday Night Football. Daniel Jones looking like an idiot. We'll see if the Giants score. Hopefully not, because like I said, I took the under. Anyway. All right, so we got the Thursday Night Football here. Thursday Night Football game here. We both have already picked the Dallas Cowboys to win.
Yeah. And what's the... Oh, they don't have anything because they're already playing.
That is correct. Alrighty, and that's on Prime Video right now. We're streaming it live on the internet. Then you move to Sunday, and we have... Now, this is interesting. So the Fox used to always be like the NFC, and then CBS was always the AFC, but now it's like a whole free-for-all. It doesn't really matter anymore.
That's crazy.
So
craziness.
Gets a little weird. This first game, not so much, though, but we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Atlanta Falcons, led by Captain Kirk. Atlanta's favored by 2.5 points.
Give me the Saints and give me the over.
Cool. 42.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the Saints are going to bounce back. Atlanta hasn't really shown me that much, honestly. So, division game, Saints are on the road, but it's also in a dome where they love domes.
They love domes. And it's also Kirk. Sorry. Give me another playoff win, and maybe then you'll earn another $500 million. He'll be the fucking $1 billion man.
We have the... Sorry, I'm looking. Daniel Jones is on the move. He's on the move.
Oh, my God. Ugly, but it might be a hold.
Definitely holding. Offensive holding for sure.
Yeah.
We have the Los Angeles Rams traveling to the Chicago Bears. The Bears are favored by 3.
I'm surprised at that because of the way the Rams played the Niners and won.
I think they're going to come in. They're going to get a letdown. I'm taking the Bears.
I feel like that would be the move because maybe this is Caleb's coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't love the 3-point spread. I'll take the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
The weakened Rams, but whatever.
Yep. Continuing along 1 o'clock, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Green Bay Packers. I have to imagine the Packers, Love is playing because the Packers are favored by 3, but I don't know. I can't say for certain.
What I can say for certain is my Joker pick of the week, because the Packers have won 2 games in a row with Malik. Mm-hmm. So whether Malik plays or Jordan Love plays, I think the Vikings are going to get their win streak snapped. I'm taking the Packers over the Vikings.
Wow.
I know your boy Sam Darnold, but you know what? He's been putting up some points. I don't know. I think the win streak snaps. That's a tough game regardless. Division game at Green Bay.
I'm going to take the Vikings because I'm pretty sure I've picked against the Vikings every week, and I'm 0-3. So I will take them. I'll still hate Sam Darnold, but
I mean, at this point, you'd probably rather have him, right?
Nope. No, he'd be terrible with us. Oh my God, it'd be worse than ever. It'd be worse than ever.
Who wouldn't be? Who would be good with you guys right now? How long does Gerard Mayo last as the coach, do you think?
I feel like he's going to get this year's just a whatever. I'm pretty sure he has a free pass this year.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I think he'll be okay.
But, like, when do you think...
he's going to be tied to Drake is what it is. If Drake works out, he'll work out. If Drake doesn't work out, he's gone.
Yeah, okay. I see
it's as simple as that.
Fair enough.
So because Drake is going to be amazing, he's going to be great. Oh, God, let me have these freaking idiots. Then the Pittsburgh Steelers are traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. Steelers are favored by 1.5.
Who's going to watch this game?
Not me, but I'm picking the Steelers because I think Anthony Richardson's going to run into that buzzsaw of a defense.
Agreed. I'm going to take the Steelers, and if you're going for the over-under, I'd probably take the under.
Yeah, that's a good call. That is a good call. Then we have the Denver Broncos traveling to the New York Jets. We have who's that coach? Hackett.
Yeah. The revenge game.
Yeah. And I think the Jets won that last year, right? So Jets are favored by 7.5. They're at home again. Go with the Jets.
I'll take the Jets. I will take the points there. I'll take the Jets to cover. And I'll take the over.
Nice.
But I'm going to keep it simple and just say the
Jets. Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I gave up very quickly. Then we have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Tampa Bakers. Eagles are favored by 2. I think the Bakers, because they smoked them in the playoffs, if you remember. I think the Buccaneers are going to rally, are going to recover from their defeat and win this game.
I like that call, especially being at home. I'm surprised that they're favored, but I mean, Tampa didn't show up. Obviously, this week they get the shit kicked out of them. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm seeing the same from the Eagles that I did last year. It's like they pull stuff out, but they won 12-15.
I know,
it wasn't really,
but it was against the Saints who would put up a lot of points.
That's fair.
I may take the Eagles here. Actually,
yep.
I may take the Eagles on the road. But I'd love to be proven wrong.
Mm-hmm. Then next we have the Andy Dalton revenge game. Cincinnati Bengals travel to the Carolina Panthers, 1:00 on Fox. Cincinnati's favored by 4.5.
I am going to take the Bengals there because if you look at it, the Bengals were in. They were in every game. I mean, how'd they play against you guys? I know you won, but was it close?
Yeah, it was like 16-10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they put up a lot of points, but they played pretty well against us, and they played good against the Chiefs.
They always start slow, and I think that Chase screwed them by holding out. If Chase was healthy or had played a full training camp, they would have beat us. But they're just dumb, or that was a dumb move by him. But I do think they're going to win this game. There's no way they're going to go 0-4. I hope for their sake.
This is one of those. They're 0-3. Very easily could be 3-0 because I think each game was 6 points or less, they said.
Yeah, I think it was all one-score games. Yeah.
So, their luck's going to turn around.
Yeah.
They didn't play bad against us. They could have won that game.
Oh, absolutely. They're too good to be 0-4. They're just too good.
Especially against the Panthers. But imagine that revenge.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Then we travel to Jacksonville, going to the Houston Texans. I think the Jacksonville's toast. They're toast. They're done. Houston's 6-point favorites. Texans. Cover, win, fired.
Yes, agreed.
It's done.
Jaguars are going to go 0-4, and they are going to be in a free fall.
Yeah, they've been already, if you count last year, they're in a...
It was 5 out of 6, so now it's 8 out of 9 that they've lost.
It's like Jacksonville of old. Then we have we traveled to 4:00 where and I was hoping you guys would be on local TV, but you're not because the Patriots are also on Fox, oddly enough. But we got the Washington or the Boston. What do you got there? Boston Braves.
Boston Braves, baby. Boston Braves, baby.
Traveling to that's why the local. Wait, no. I'm sorry. They're traveling to Arizona, who started in Chicago. So we're talking about Boston playing to Chicago. 4:00. The Cardinals are actually the oldest team in the NFL, which is hilarious.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they're the oldest NFL
The
team.
Giants are also very old.
Mm-hmm.
I think Giants, Packers, Bears, Cardinals, they're all like in that.
Yeah. But whenever you think of like the original, like you do the same thing with
Baseball
and hockey, like the original six.
Yeah.
But you always know who they are, but you never think of the Cardinals as like an original football
that's
NFL
true.
team. I gotta see what.
I feel like the Giants were like 1925, 27, 20.
That
Something
sounds right.
like that.
The team was founded in Chicago. This is the Arizona Cardinals. They were established in Chicago in 1898 as the Morgan Athletic Club and joined the NFL as a charter member on September 17th, 1920. They are the oldest continuously run professional football franchise in the United States. And along with the Chicago Bears, are the only NFL charter member franchises still in operation.
I mean, damn.
You listen to the show, you get some good nuggets of trivia.
Right? And they're both really good.
Best teams in the league. Chicago just does something to you. When the New York Giants came into existence, let's find out.
I want to say it was 25, 20, something like that. 25.
I wouldn't say 20 because that was when the Cardinals came in.
That sounds right.
I'm like, where the hell is their Wikipedia page?
Because we were 1932 and the Giants had already been around.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I see where you're coming from on that one. Yeah, I think you're 1925. August 1st, 1925. Yep. Nice.
Good year.
That's good. Yeah, it was a good year. The Providence Steamroller were, I think, the NFL champions.
Oh, my goodness.
That's funny.
Well, I'm going to take the Redskins over the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, football. Sorry. Yes.
That is a high over-under, too.
That is. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. I think, I'm going to get on that. I'm going to hitch my wagon to that train before it's too late. I'm gonna say
I see where it could be high because I don't know what Arizona. I think Arizona's hurting on defense, and obviously so are we, even when we have our starters in. So it could be a shootout. Harrison Jr., I think, is going to have a motherfucking field day. So if you got him on fantasy, put him in your lineup.
Yep. Then we got the New England Patriots traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. 4:00 game. This is my old self versus my young self. San Francisco is a 10-point favorite. I believe they will win this game, and they will probably also cover that spread.
I feel like the spread's a trap. Anytime I see a 10-point spread, and the way that they played, it could be. I don't know, because you guys looked really bad on Thursday night. It's a short week, though. You guys look fucking terrible.
Yeah, and now we have you kind of have that week and a half to prepare.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll help much. I don't know when they're traveling to San Francisco. I feel like it's easier to travel east to west than west to east.
Well, Washington, they stayed somewhere out. What was it? They played in Cincinnati on Monday night, and they stayed out that way.
Oh, interesting.
And practiced out somewhere out west.
This is gonna be. Oh, they're punting it. I thought they were gonna kick a field goal. I thought it was gonna be like a 70-yard attempt. I was like, holy crap!
I'm also gonna take the 49ers there. I don't know about the spread. I don't know. Patriots can't score. So I guess even with the injuries, they should be okay. You got Mason. You got Ayuk. Take the over.
Nice.
Take the spread, take the over.
Then we have the shit bowl of the week, in my opinion. The Cleveland Browns, speaking of traveling to the Las Vegas Raiders. I think Pierce was a mistake hiring him as the coach. I don't know what.
I think that the owner fell into the situation where the players really rallied around him, and they're like, yeah, let's do him.
And it's so funny because after Gruden got canned, that they did the same thing to that other guy who who won like 5 games in a row, and they didn't keep him around. And like, I don't know. I never remember seeing anything about Pierce, like where he even came from coaching wise. Like I know the player, but even with Mayo, he came back and was like a defensive assistant for like 10 years or 10 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So it's not like he'd been in the system for a while. But anyway, they will suck. Vegas is favored by 2.5. I guess I'll say the Raiders because they're at home. But,
I'm just gonna give them the home field advantage. And honestly, I'd rather see Minshew win than Deshaun. I'd rather see that free fall continue for the Brownies. But that game. Who the fuck knows? I don't think there's some teams that just don't have an identity yet, and it's just shaking out now. I'll give them the edge because they're at home.
Yeah, yeah. I want the Browns to lose because I just don't like Watson, the person. I liked him as a quarterback before all the stuff came out. So like I did, and I liked him.
He's one of those. I'm sorry, but regardless of the off the field shenanigans, he's a one. And like Kirk, you can say Kirk is a better than average quarterback,
he's been consistent at least.
But he doesn't win in the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. Deshaun is literally cashing in off of that one good season.
Yep.
In Houston, his third year in the league.
Yeah, when COVID first hit, like at the heart of COVID, when we were locked down and stuff, a few of ours had a Madden league. We all drafted our own teams and played Madden against each other like once a week and stuff. And our quarterback was Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
That was enjoyable. That was before the news came out.
Sure.
And he's a bad man. All right, and then we have the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim. Chiefs are 7-point favorites. I don't think Herbert's playing in this game, so I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs to cover as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs too. It would be a better game. I think it'd be a more interesting game if Herbert was playing. Because to your point, the Chiefs are squeaking by with some wins. That could be, although they played like shit, but I think Herbert was hurt, so I'll take the Chiefs.
Yep. And then next, we have the Buffalo Bills traveling to the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are 2.5-point favorites. This is my Mo's money pick of the week. I feel that the Buffalo Bills are not only going to cover, they're going to win this game.
And I, like you, hitching your wagon to Jayden Daniels and my beloved Redskins, I'm going to hitch my wagon to your money pick, and I'm going to say the same thing because I haven't been – they have to prove to me that they can't win.
Yeah.
And they haven't yet. I'm going to take the Bills. But I tell you that the Ravens being 1-3, yikes.
Yeah. I could not see Baltimore going 0-3, but I can see them going 1-3. Also, I got to say, this is a really good primetime game. This is an excellent choice for Sunday Night Football. Two good teams. But Buffalo has just been on fire.
I will eat my words going into this season about the Bills. I expected them to be good, but I didn't see how they were getting better. Yeah. And yama.
My picks have been terrible, but I feel I will tip my cap to myself that I did say the Bills would win that division. So
you did.
I'm going to give myself credit for that and ignore everything else.
Fair enough.
It's been terrible.
That is a really good game. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I could watch it, I guess.
We shall see.
It's going to be late. Speaking of good games.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have another. I don't like this doubleheader thing. And that's not even a doubleheader. They both play at the same time.
They overlap.
Yeah. I enjoy it. The first game is over by like bedtime, but the first game was terrible last week anyway because Jags got blown out. So anyway, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Miami Dolphins. No Tua, but Dolphins are still favored by 1.
What I'm going to say here is...
I'm going to struggle with this one. I need to hear you first.
What I'm going to say about this one is I'm going to make my pick based on experience and coach, and there are some stars on the team. I'm going to take the Dolphins, but I don't think it's going to be pretty. That 36.5, I would take the under. I think it's going to be ugly. Mm-hmm. I think they get a win like 13-10 or something.
Yeah, I'm mad at Tennessee. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
I would trust McDaniel and Reek and Waddle be able to move the ball a little bit. The Titans, I I don't know who's worse between them and Jacksonville. I would say Jacksonville's probably worse of the two.
Yep. Houston's going to run away with that division this year. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then we actually have another good game, which is the real Monday Night Football game, in my opinion. That's on ABC and ESPN+. Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Detroit Lions. I feel like the Detroit Lions, they did this last year too, where like they'd win a couple of games and then they throw up on their shoes.
I know.
They win a couple of games, they throw up on their shoes. And I think they're in their win a couple of games phase right now. So I think the Seattle Seahawks little run is going to run out, and the Detroit's going to win this game at home.
I could see Seattle coming in and getting a close win, but I also am taking the Lions because they were my Super Bowl pick. I would like to be proven wrong.
Ravens are mine, and I'm regretting that every single day. So maybe I'll switch. Maybe I'll swap it to the Bills. I don't feel like I can do that in good conscience though. So I'm not gonna. I take that back. Cut that out.
Cut that out. What was the time marker I had to cut out that 52? Something like that.
No, it's actually that one we got to keep in. We got to cut it. I forget. We said it at the same time. That was great.
I was gonna cut it so I can make it into
yes,
like a one of those shorts that everybody watches on the YouTubes. All right, that's your Week 4 picks. We'll be back here again, prime time on Thursday night.
Yep.
So like the video, share it, comment. Jessica, you better listen. She should listen.
She should be listening.
She's your wife.
That's right.
And she is part of the show.
That's true.
She's not
segment.
here.
She has a segment.
She has a segment. We've included you in the show.
Right.
You're part of the show.
I will ask her when we get home, and I will text you my response. My response. She might be asleep, but I'll wake her up. Babe, wake up. Babe, wake up. I got to ask you a question.
Like the video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification so you know when we post. Sometimes we change days, but we're going to try to stick to Thursday. There's some Thursdays coming up we might have to do it Wednesday, and it'll come out on Thursday.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So you can be prepared.
We'll let you know ahead of time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just assume. Just look at the schedule, see when the Redskins are, see when Thanksgiving is, see when Christmas is.
And Halloween.
We got, there's kids.
There's kids involved, so... We have to make adjustments, and then I just can't. I can't do this while Washington's playing. I just can't do it.
That's fine. That's fair.
So, if it was New England, I'd do the same thing for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
Share this on all the platforms too. You take this video on your YouTube, you copy the link, and you put it on like your Facebook thing. Share it with people. Okay?
Yeah.
We enjoy doing this, so. Share it. Share the love.
Yeah, exactly. And, it hasn't been the best year, but we're still in the green. We listen to the show. You make some money.
Right. Watch the show.
Make some money.
Make some money.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.